And let's move on to the other big story that we are tracking. This is the budget session that begins today. All eyes, in fact, will be on the economic survey report that will be tabled by the finance minister, that's been prepared by the chief economic advisor. Also note, Prime Minister Modi will also be delivering his address in the parliament at 10 a.m. Let's go across to Harsha, who's joining us with the latest. We'll just go across to Harsha in a bit, but note this is the 7th consecutive time that Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will be presenting the union budget, the first budget, in fact, of Modi government 3.0. A lot of challenges that lie ahead, given that the government will be trying to meet its fiscal deficit while attempting to make it a populist budget for the people of the country. Let's go across to Harsha. She's joining us live right now. Harsha, Prime Minister will be delivering an address, but also important to note that the economic survey report is going to be very, very crucial, given that it will be the blueprint of government's roadmap for the current financial year and also the kind of growth that we've seen in the previous financial year. Harsha.
Rightly pointed out by you, Samisha, the actual budget 2024-2025 will give a indication and also on the insight of how country has developed in the last year and in the consecutive 3 terms of the Modi government. And to tell you about the prediction from the RBI to the IMF, everyone has predicted the India's GDP growth to be around 7.2% this year. That's the projection. But this financial survey, the economic survey which will be tabled today, will set the tone and texture for the actual budget 2024-25 and also will be giving an insight and how the country grew post pandemic and also the growth which the country has seen in the year 2023 and 2025, and also about the inflation, because the price rises of the goods were really high, how Indian consumers could be benefited in this union budget. That's what the Indian consumers are looking at. And not only this, what government is planning to combat unemployment, what is going to be for the farmers section, the middle class, the taxation reforms, the capex index, what all is going to be in this actual union budget. All eyes are on this, and therefore the economic survey which will be tabled today in both the houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, will give an indication on the overall growth of the country till now. The discussion will happen on the economic survey today, and tomorrow on Tuesday, Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, for the record 7th time, will be presenting the budget, and the budget is going to be for the country, and there's going to be a separate budget for the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir as well. And in this entire 90-sitting session, there's going to be almost 6 bills on which the discussion will happen. But as we already have seen, the 18th Lok Sabha first session, which commenced during the first week of the July, we saw there were heckling, there was disturbance from the side of opposition party. This time also, along with the budget, there's going to be loud noise in the parliament on the NEET paper leak, on the militant issue in Jammu and Kashmir, and also the nameplate issue in Kanwad Yatra, with which the opposition leaders have taken up in the all parliament meeting as well. And therefore, since morning, there has been statements from several opposition leaders from Congress as well as from others that government has to make a clear stand that it's going to divide country, its policy is divisive, or its policy is indivisive. And that is the reason why we are going to hear the approach today in the parliament as well. There's an all parliamentary party meeting at the residence of Sonia Gandhi as well. So back to back, there are many things which are going to happen today on the first day of the budget session. But today the all eyes will be on what Prime Minister Narendra Modi is going to address at around 10 a.m. We have seen Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressing the country, addressing the parliament during the first session of the 18th Lok Sabha as well. Today also, the first day of the budget session, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be addressing at 10 a.m. Before that, Prime Minister last time when addressed in the session, he spoke on the emergency and how Congress was responsible for the emergency era in the country. And today, what is Prime Minister?
Yes, so we will keep coming back to you, but as Harsha was telling us, all eyes will be on Prime Minister's address at 8 a.m. Beg your pardon. That will be followed by the economic survey report that will be tabled by the finance minister at noon. For now, let's quickly take a look at what are the demands of the taxpayers. First, let's take a look, in fact, at the key demands being made by the taxpayers. With the budget that's all set to be presented, all eyes are going to be on whether there will be tax exemptions that will be made by the finance minister this time around. Let's put out the graphics to get a better understanding of quickly what the demands are. The primary demand of the taxpayers is those earning up to 5 lakh rupees should be exempted from tax. Now this note, as those up till now, those earning till 3 lakh rupees are not asked to pay. They are not, in fact, they're not bound to pay taxes. And with this, there is a growing demand that those earning till 5 lakh, up to 5 lakh rupees should be exempted from paying taxes. In fact, the other demand is also that those earning 20 lakh or more should be taxed the highest, which is 30%. This, given the fact that for now those earning 15 lakhs and more are taxed the highest, which is 30% tax. So there's also a clamor that that tax limit could be exempted and those earning 20 lakhs and beyond should be taxed the highest. The other demand being that there should be increase in deduction limit under Section 80C of the IT Act. So currently it stands at 1.5 lakh rupees. The demand is that it should be further increased to somewhere between 2 to 2.5 lakh rupees. The other demand being that there should be an increase in standard deduction limit. Now note this, as it remains unchanged for the last 3 years, there is a strong demand that the standard deduction should be increased from 50,000 at present to somewhere between 1 to 1.5 lakh rupees. The other demand that is also made by the India Inc. leaders in the stakeholders meet that the finance minister has been holding since the last few weeks is that there should be a rationalization when it comes to the capital gains taxes that are imposed. In fact, talking about the housing loan deduction cap, which currently stands at 2.5 lakh rupees, there's also growing demand that that should also be further rationalized so that people are left with more money in their hands and there is consuming, in fact, there is a consumption boost which happens in the economy, thereby seeing a boost in rural economy as a whole. So yes, these are the key demands of the taxpayers. That being said, it remains to be seen how the finance minister essentially goes about in exercising the fiscal prudence, given that it will have that tight fiscal deficit target to meet and also to ensure that the budget is populist at the same time. On that note, let's take a quick look at other stories that we are tracking from the world of business.